Alright guys, welcome back to Southern Extreme TV. We got a warm one at 75 degrees in last week of October. Running a little late, so we're going to go set on this field edge, see if we can get anything on the ground that we possibly can. Hoping for a doe. Probably won't shoot a little buck, but doe or a big buck, we're going to shoot them. Let's go have some fun. Alright guys, I don't know if y'all can see me or not. We are, like I said, we're running a little late. And the only thing I'm going to really have time to do is go slide up on this field edge. I'm going to take the crossbow tonight, just because we are going to be on that field edge. Using the Wicked Ridge M370. It's a lightweight crossbow. It's just, I think there's better ones on the market. But for the little bit that I hunt with it, it does what I need. So, real small, short, compact frame, which is nice. That's one of the things I wanted whenever I bought a crossbow. I knew that I could get away with standing, then I might take my compound. No, I've already decided to take this crossbow and get in that stand. I thought about going in and trying to set on the ground, but one reason I'm not going to do that is I forgot my daggone tripod for my camera, so it's not really going to work out. I also don't have a shooting stick for this crossbow, so instead of sitting down on the ground and wallering it all over the place, we're running super late. It's like 5:30. We got like an hour and a half to hunt. Truck is literally parked right there. I'm getting in the stand right here. We hadn't hunted here in a pretty long time. I don't hunt this stand right here hardly ever, just because it's tough to put a camera arm up in. But it's pretty set. Yeah, that's the big reason why we put it right here, is for afternoons like this where we're running late, but want to try to get in the woods without disturbing a whole lot. Yeah, see, I had planned to set in this little hedgerow right here, but down in there is where I would probably see my deer, or obviously out here in this cut cornfield, which that truck don't bother them. My shots are probably going to be right in here, or possibly right in there. So we're going to climb up in this stand. Who knows, we might get lucky tonight. We're shooting. If a doe comes out tonight, we're shooting her for sure. I'm going to try to practice with this crossbow for Ohio. I'm not going to hunt a whole lot with it, but just in case if I do, I want to make sure that I'm good. I feel confident in it, so let's get set up. All right, guys, we are set up and ready to roll. You guys are way up above me because this stand, like I said, this stand does not really work out all that well with a camera arm, because it's got this backrest on it. I can't get the base of this camera arm low enough, so like you guys are way up here over my head, which is not good considering I'm still not sold on this crossbow thing. That's so awkward to carry in the stand. It's awkward and just gets in the way of everything. It's not like oh, hunting with a gun by no means. I mean, a gun is a lot easier, I think, to hold and maneuver. I don't know if you guys can see or not. Try to get it over here. No, you can't really see it. The truck is parked like right here. I can see the truck, but we've never had that truck mess up any deer coming into this field. So we're just gonna hang tight and see if we see some deer. Try to make the most out of this late start. Big girls. I got plenty of light in my scope. I got plenty of cover in this tree. Oh, come on, don't go right. Dadgum bug. Guys, I just seen a pretty good bug coming up this hill. I don't know what I hit. I just shot that buck. It's a pretty good buck, I think. I heard it hit. I don't see my nocturnal glowing anywhere. Man, you talk about the last second this buck came up. Holy smokes. I couldn't see anything about where it impacted because of the nocturnal. It was going out there, it was glowing so bright I couldn't tell where I hit him at. Shaking, baby. Oh my gosh, I am shaking like a leaf. I have no idea where I hit that deer. Got the shakes now, guys. It is so, I mean, just like if them does would have came up this roadbed, and that buck would have came up this roadbed too, but man, he came out. He came out there, man. He was quartering away. I felt good about the shot. I definitely hit him. I mean, it sounded good. It sounded real good when it cracked him. Oh, man. He tore off running down the hill. And I thought I heard some deer crashing in there. Oh, trying to get in touch with Dad now. Holy smokes. Shaking like a leaf. That was a good deer. That was a real good buck. Yeah, holy bomb. It makes me nervous that I don't see the arrow, like the nocturnal laying anywhere. With it being dark like that, I feel like we should be able to see it. Oh gosh, man, I'm shaking so hard right now. Yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna celebrate too much just yet. I want to replay that footage and see if there's any chance at all that I can tell where I hit this buck at. I felt like I could see him on the camera decent enough, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. Alright guys, I just replayed the footage. It looks like it might be a little back, but my arrow, I had a clean pass through. The deer was quartering away from me, so I don't think it's a bad thing. But for whatever reason, I can't see my nocturnal. Or it's not a nocturnal, it's a lighted knot that 10-point makes for this bow. You could see it on the replay, but you can't see it with the naked. Oh yeah, I see it right there. Okay. I really just want to take my time getting over here to this bow. I think I heard him crash, but I may be wrong. I want to take a look at this arrow. That'll tell me how much gut I hit, I believe. Alright guys, I got really good blood. Real good blood, but I don't see any gut, which is a good thing. Yeah, it don't smell like gut at all. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna leave this arrow stuck straight up like this, because this is where that deer was standing. And I'm gonna back out and wait until Dad gets here. We may bring Milo, see if we can track this deer. All right, guys. So me and Dad just got done kind of breaking down that video. What we think happened, I think the shot was initially going to be way back, and I still think it's a little back. But what happened is the deer was quartering away, and right before the arrow got there, the deer almost pushed off and turned away from me. So I think what happened is he actually rotated where the arrow hit. He actually rotated his vitals on the backside in line with the direction of that arrow's flight. And I think what I actually did, the reason I didn't see any gut on there is I think I hit far enough back initially that I went through the liver. But I think because he made that last niche turn at the last second that I blew out that right lung. So worst thing we could do is jump this deer. So we've given it some time. I think that deer's dead. I heard a big crash off down in there. Right now our game plan, we're gonna leave Milo here just because I got to pass through. I feel like I got blood. We're gonna go back over there, just me and Dad. We're gonna take our time. We're just gonna ease really soft and slow, and try to see what the blood trail's telling us. And if the blood trail tells us to back out and wait a little bit, then that's what we're going to do. But I feel good about the shot. I think the deer is dead. I think I hit liver, and I think I may have hit both lungs. And if he was able to twist a little bit more than what we can see on the video, then it's an even better shot. But I think I got in there. And I think I got some of the good stuff. So I definitely didn't get heart or anything like that, but I think I got lungs and liver. So we're getting ready to load up. We're gonna ride over there and see if we can get on this blood trail. All right, guys, we are over here at the field. I got Dad with me. We're gonna walk over here, get to this arrow. The deer kind of made like a crescent moon shape. He swung left to start with, but then he cut back right. We're gonna get up here to where blood is at, or where I found the arrow, and just see if we can start slowly trailing, as we go. We're just gonna try to take it as slow as we can. Blood right here. That's the. Take y'all off manual focus. That might help. Yeah, blood. They went right down this trail. Yeah. See blood. They probably went in right there. Alright guys, we're still tracking him down here in the woods a little ways. We're close to where I heard that crash at. But the blood's not just pouring, but we're able to pick it up. And these dry leaves now, a little bit better than what we was. We just got back and we ran out of blood, and we took our time, tracked for a good while, so we backed out slow. We're gonna go back. We went back. We got Milo. We got right down here on the edge of the woods where this deer went in at. We're gonna let Milo run and see. The deer there at the end, the blood started zigzagging back and forth, but not like big zigzags. So it was like the deer was like he was getting ready to die. And that just, we couldn't find any blood. So I told Dad, so let's back out before we mess it up anymore, and let's just go ahead and go get the dog. So probably not gonna be a lot of footage because Milo's gonna be running. If he's on that trail, I'm gonna let him go. This is pretty much our last niche hoorah. If we find him, I'll let y'all know. Well, guys, right here he is. Milo found him, took us right to him. We were literally 25 yards from where this deer was laying, and we couldn't find him, which we were taking our time because we thought the hit was back. So we wasn't just blowing through the woods, just tearing the woods down looking for this deer. And we got, it was odd because there was like 3 small briars, and it was kind of thick right there. And there was no reason for that deer to run across those briars, and he did. And then he started going, he like made a couple left-hand turns and a couple right-hand turns, and it just didn't make sense what he was doing. So we basically said, we think that this deer's getting ready to die. So we left and said, let's go get Milo, and just before we do anything else, let's not mess up the scent trail any more than what it already is, and let's put him on this deer. Man, I'm telling you, we took him a minute up there where the deer was first standing, just for the simple fact that there were so many deer there. But as soon as we got him down into the woods, and I actually got him on where I knew the blood trail was at, he ran us straight over here to this deer. The first time he got over here, I didn't see him, and Milo started to circle because he could smell the deer, but he just didn't know exactly where he was at. And I took him back up maybe 15 yards, put him back on the trail, and he came right over here to it, and he just sat down. And heck, I was standing there looking at him like, why are you sitting there? And 5 yards beside of him was this deer right here. And I want y'all guys to look at this exit on this deer. I know the video is kind of hard to see, but that is the exit, and that is exactly where we thought it was going to be at. Quit pulling on that deer, boy. Good boy, you found him, but you can't eat him right now. He's excited. Like I said, this dog's 7 months old. He's now 5 for 7 on finding deer on the season. Good boy, good boys. That's a good boy, yeah. So everybody, good boy. But hey, quit biting. But guys, we're gonna get this deer. He's a big body deer. We're gonna get this deer drug up out of here. Milo's excited and cameras are going. So let's get him drug out of here, and I'll get him up there. Y'all can get a better look at him. He's not as big as I thought he was, but I'm just excited that we found this deer, man. I got super nervous there for a minute. So we'll get him up here and let y'all guys take a look at him. Well, guys, this is him right here. Hopefully y'all can see good enough with the spotlight shining on me. But deer definitely 100% thought he was bigger on the hoof. But man, you want to talk about a body on a deer. That's what me and Dad both said. We both think that this deer is probably tied body mass wise for the biggest deer we've ever killed off that property. This is probably the second largest buck that I've killed off that specific property. We don't have the really giant deer growing on that specific track, and to be able to take this deer with a bow, man, a crossbow, and I can't say enough that's one good thing about using a crossbow is you have that little extra time in the afternoons where you can actually take a shot at a deer, whereas you wouldn't be able to take a shot with a compound. Some people are for it, some people are against it. I like using them both. I think they both have their place out there in the hunting industry. They're tools for us to use, and I think you should use every tool in your arsenal to try to harvest mature big deer for your specific tract of property. And man, I'm super blessed to have this deer come in. we seen 7 deer tonight. I know some of the deer you couldn't see because it was getting kind of dark in the field. But man, what a awesome hunt. Running late, trying to get into the stand. That right there is what it's about, guys. Whenever, you know, we don't do this for a living, and we don't have the luxury that some people have of being able to, you know, deer hunt every single day of the year during season. And, you know, working a 40-hour week, 50-hour, 60-hour week sometimes, and still trying to work in, you know, time to see your family, time to see your fiancés, your wives, girlfriends, moms, dads, grandparents, and then still spend time in the woods, you know, trying to harvest an animal. There's just a lot of moving parts when you're not doing it for a living. And, you know, you take every little ounce of gratitude that you can. So, man, we tracked this deer for, I think we looked it up, it was like 150 yards whenever the blood finally thinned out on us. And we probably could have pushed in there a little deeper and found him on our own if we would have just been starting to grid search, because we were literally 25 yards from this deer, but we couldn't see it because we were in his bedroom. I mean, it was thick, nasty, and gross in there. And we, you know, I told Dad, I said, you know, I know the entry hole was back. I know it was, but the deer was quartering away from me. And the other good thing about it is he spun at the last second, which you guys can see right here is that exit hole. Hopefully you can see right here's the exit. Got his front shoulder right there. I mean, that's straight out of his lung. So I hit a little bit of everything coming through this deer. But we wanted to back out of there because I told Dad, I said, if he is another 100-something yards bedded down, let's give him a little bit more time. Let's go get Milo. Let's let him run. He is shot back, and typically a dog will track a little bit better if you shoot a deer, you know, a little bit far back. But he did an awesome job, took us straight to him, and it was a short track job once we had Milo out there. But really appreciative of a good dog helping recover a deer. Even more excited that I was able to recover this deer and it wasn't another broken heart story like a lot of bow hunters have. If you guys bow hunt, you're going to shoot a deer and lose one at some point in time, and in my opinion, there's no worse feeling in the world. So to be able to recover this big old dude, super grateful. And I'm even more grateful that you guys are taking time to watch what I got going on my channel. If you are new to Southern Extreme TV, I am trying to grow this thing to 100,000 subscribers. So every click gets me one step closer to that ultimate goal. We got an awesome trip coming up. We're getting ready to leave to go up to Ohio. So I'm excited about that trip. So guys, stay tuned. A lot of content coming for you. I'll see you on the next episode.